What's up, y'all? It's Ty in this video. Today, we're going to be going over talking about our best power forwards right now in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. Now, I think I got about 40 guys here featured. There are going to be guys that you guys might be running that aren't featured. So I just want to, talk about some of those guys. Like if you're running, let's say, a Galaxy Opal Anthony Davis. Can Anthony Davis still play? Yes. Do I love Anthony Davis at this stage? No. Has the card been out for months? Yes. That is why he's not going to be featured. And that goes for a couple of other guys. If they've been out for months and I don't love them and they're a Galaxy Opal or below, they're not going to be featured on this. So if you want, my opinion on them, go back to my last power forward tier list because I bet they also are on there. So hopefully that can help you guys out as we do dive into this thing today. If you are new to the channel, please smash that subscribe button. Galaxy Opal Giannis at the power forward position, I still really like. And I think it just comes down to this. And somebody has said it. Giannis is just going to be Giannis, man. Like, you know what you're getting. Defensively, his player build's elite. He's going to knock down shots with his 73 3 ball. People hate on the Galaxy Opal, the pink diamond Giannis's release. I don't get it. Like, I green fine with the card. If you're not greening with Giannis, it might be a you issue, genuinely. And I'm not hating on you. I'm just saying, like, if you can't green with this card, I honestly think it probably is a you issue, not a Giannis issue. I'm putting him at B tier. Wilt Chamberlain. Honestly, I think Wilt's probably slightly better than Giannis, but I do think the cards are probably at the same tier. The problem with Wilt is I don't think the average person is consistently knocking down the three ball with Wilt, and you can kind of bait off of Wilt. He can definitely hurt you offensively, and so that's the one thing for Wilt I just want you to be aware of is like, yeah, defensively he's so good because he's 7-1 and literally gets the best rebounding animations in the game, but again, that release leaves so much to be desired. KG, honestly, I think is a step below Giannis and Wilt. I don't think KG is horrible. I definitely think the card is usable. I don't want to say he's worthless or anything, but I do think he is a step below Giannis and Wilt. Why? It really just comes down to that release is baited. Dark Matter Hakeem, better than Wilt, better than Giannis. I don't think he's S tier though at this stage. I think there's going to be a few guys at S tier, and it's sad. Hakeem is extremely good, but he's not one of them. Bob McAdoo, look. As much as I like Bob McAdoo, I have Bob McAdoo. As much as I want to hype this card up and gas him to the moon, I think putting him at C tier is the most fair. He's only 6'9" on the court. Yes, his release is good. Yes, he can be a decent secondary shot creator. But I think because he's only 6'9", C tier is where he belongs. 100 overall Shaq, S tier. There's really not a ton to talk about here. Shaq is absolutely incredible, absolutely ideal. He's one of the best 100 overalls in the game still to this day. And I know people are going to say I'm gassing Shaq, but I'm telling you, if you've played against Shaq, against somebody that can green with the Shaq, I should say, you know what the card gets into. His player build's ridiculous. Defensively, he's so good. Shaq is S tier. Kristaps Porzingis is S tier as well. There's been times on my channel where I don't hype up Kristaps, but the more I use him, the more I really realize how good Kristaps truly is. He's an absolute beast on the floor. He can knock down shots. His release is really easy to time, easy to green. There's really no flaws at all in Kristaps Porzingis. If you're not running Kristaps, obviously it's probably because you don't have enough MT to afford him. But if you have Kristaps, he's incredible, S tier. Jokic at this stage, I think C tier. I actually don't hate Jokic, but I'm just saying at this stage, I think C tier is where he belongs. He's just not great. Dark Matter Giannis. At power forward, it pains me, but he's only S tier. And it pains me to only have him at S tier. But at this stage, Giannis's best position is small forward. And I don't even like saying that because I was a guy that I love running Giannis, especially at that power forward position. I said that in plenty of videos. That was my favorite place to run Giannis. But as times went on, the game's changing. When you have Shaq and Kristaps at the power forward, Giannis can only be A tier. Cat, F tier. Cat is not good on this game. I wish I could sit up here and tell you guys Cat is good on this game. Simply put, Cat's not good. He is F tier caliber on this game. I wish I could be higher on Cat, but simply you just can't. Cat is not good on this game. And if you want to be higher than Cat, you're probably running him because you got him for free. Cat is not good on this game. F tier. Jaren up next. Jaren's an intriguing guy because is he better than Wilt? I'd probably rather run him than Wilt, but I think he's B tier. I don't think he's as good as Dark Matter Giannis or Hakeem at this stage. Jaren is a really good option though, so if you really want to run Jaren, B tier is absolutely fine for the card. Dark Matter Joel Embiid up next. I think A tier is the right spot. I mean, honestly, I think Embiid's better at center than power forward, but I could say the same thing, you know, for Wilt. Nah, actually, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I like Wilt more at 4. It just comes down to, for Joel Embiid, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like his release is slowish, baited. It's not bad, but I just think it's a little baited. I don't know. And maybe I'm in the wrong here. Maybe you guys really do like Joel Embiid. But I just feel like every time I've ran Joel Embiid in the past, I haven't loved him. I do think A tier is the right tier. Chet up next. I think A tier as well. I don't think he's Shaq KP good, but I do think he's A tier caliber good. Rudy Gobert, B tier, right in there with Wilt. Do I think Wilt's better than Rudy? Probably by the slightest of margins, but both cards are good, and if you don't think Rudy's in B tier, that's on you, because he's my power forward on my nobody spent, and I really do enjoy the card. Kareem, our first dark matter that is going to be S tier. I do think Kareem gives you enough on the court to say he's head and shoulders above Hakeem, head and shoulders above Joel Embiid. Now, some people are going to argue it, right? Some people are going to say, Ty, Kareem doesn't consistently green for me. Okay, if he doesn't, then run whoever you want at A tier. But I'm saying for me, I like Kareem over those other guys. The only reason people love Chet is because he has a cheesy step back that's really tough to defend, defend against. But if you're not really using that in bulk, I do think Kareem gives you way more than all the other guys at A tier. Khalil Ware, I'm going to go C tier at this stage. I like Khalil Ware. I think he's a great budget option. But I do think he's a step below Jay, and I think he's a step below Wilt, and I think I'm fine putting him there. David Robinson up next. It pains me, but I think at the top of A tier is the right spot. I wish I could go S tier with him, but I just can't. Like, you just simply can't say he's better than Kareem. You just can't. And so it is what it is. I like D-Rob, but A tier is the ultimate right spot for the card. Next up, we do see Tim Duncan's. Now, here's where things get difficult, okay? 100 overall with the change release is S tier. One of your best power forwards in the game because he can move, he plays a ton of defense. No money spent Tim Duncan, I think, is A tier. I still think no money spent Tim Duncan gives you a ton on the floor. And honestly, if you want to argue him at S tier too, I don't care, because I think no money spent Tim Duncan is absolutely elite. I'm just telling you, from what I've seen from the pro pass Tim Duncan, you've got to put them a tier apart. You just have to. And I don't like the fact that it's the way it is, that, you know, it's behind a big time paywall, but it is. And I've got to make the right tier list for you guys. So 100 overall, nobody spent Tim Duncan, does belong there. Robert Williams included him because he's obviously free. F tier, the card stinks. Moses Malone's extremely good, and I'm throwing him at low A tier. And I know people are going to argue, Ty is only 6'10", Ty this, Ty that. Okay, but he still has an incredible release. He is still going to defend at a high level, and his rebounding's elite as well. I do not care. Moses Malone is A tier. I said it in my gameplay of him. He is A tier, and I'm not changing that. Moses Malone is elite. Joakim Noah, I don't know, low B tier, high C, one of them. I just think the thing for me is it's like, I consistently don't green with Joakim, and I don't know why. He's got a good release, but it's just one of those things. If I don't consistently green with the card, it's tough for me to be that high on him. I do think B tier is the right spot, but low B at that. Nick Collison stinks, F tier. Bol Bol, I'm going to say it. I think Bol Bol is overrated. I do think A tier is the right tier just because he is massive on the floor, but I think Bol Bol is overrated. Every time I've played against Bol Bol, he's just fine. He doesn't do a whole ton on the floor. Eddie Curry at power forward, I'm going to go D tier. I think if you're not running Eddie Curry at center, you're doing it wrong. Like, genuinely, that's where I'm at with him. LaMelo base is fine. You could argue C tier, but again, my whole thing is his best position is center, okay? Pokachevsky up next, D tier. Don't hate him, right? I am taking him still over Cat, which is crazy that you're taking him over Dark Matter Cat. That's how bad they make Cat on this game, but he is D tier. Pat Burke, DBG is going to hype the card up. I don't know, man. Pat Burke's not bad with the change SIGs, though. Like, C tier, maybe? Is that hyping him up too much? I honestly don't think it is. New and improved Pat Burke is C tier, in my opinion. The card is actually really solid on the floor. I just don't, I do think, Joakim Noah, those types of guys are still better than him, but Pat Burke can obviously play at a really, really high level. Pat Ewing up next. I'm going B tier. Pat Ewing stinks, man. Every time I play against Pat Ewing, the card stinks. His release is horrible. Yes, I know Pat Ewing is going to get some crazy rebound animations. Yes, I know he's 100 overall. But the card stinks, guys. Like, he absolutely stinks. And am I taking him over Galaxy Opal Wilt? At the time I'm recording this, I honestly don't know who I'd take between the two. I don't. Pau Gasol up next. I think Pau Gasol is better than Pat Ewing. I don't think he's great, though. I'm going to put him at B tier. I'd take all these Dark Matters over Pau Gasol, genuinely. Hassan Whiteside, I think he's better at center. At power forward without the duo, C tier. With the duo, probably B tier. Problem with Hassan Whiteside is his release stinks. You know, like the one thing about him is, yes, you know, his defense is still good enough to, you know, hype him up. But I think C tier is the right spot. The only reason to run Hassan Whiteside is because he makes Mario Chalmers so good. I don't hate Wendell Carter Jr., but I think he is D tier. Gorgie Jang, haven't used him. Gonna throw him at D tier. But again, I haven't used him. So if I'm wrong on Gorgie Jang, let it be known down below in the comments because I've not used Gorgie, so I don't even like the fact that I'm ranking him. But I got to. You know, I'm guessing F tier's right. Gortat, I have not hated Gortat when I've used him at all. I'm actually going to, and you guys can argue, I'm going to throw Gortat at C tier. He knocks down shots. He plays good defense. I like his release enough at the power forward position to throw him at C tier. Argue, but I don't care. Wilt Chamberlain, S tier, one of probably your best power forward in the game. I mean, like Wilt's player build, his animations are ridiculous. He's going to have a better release. Like if you don't like Wilt, this Wilt, I don't know what to tell you. He's S tier. Obviously not worth it, but he is S tier. Chris Bosh, I'm here to tell you I don't love. I'm going to go A tier. I do not think Chris Bosh is that great in my team. I just don't. He's fine, but I just don't think he is that OD in the game. And you guys can maybe argue against it, but I'm taking everybody at S tier over that Chris Bosh card. Bam. He's just undersized. Like, I wish I could love Bam, but I'm putting him at B tier. He's only 6'9". Card's not horrible. He's not super hard to get in the event, but B tier's for Bam. Marc Gasol is incredible, man. Like, and here's where things get tough. I think with Marc Gasol, it's one of those things, it's like, is he S tier? I don't know, man. His release is so good. His player build's so good. I'm going to throw him at low S. I don't think he's worth getting, but I think low S is the right tier. Joe Val, D tier, not bad. I think he's better at center. Mark Williams, good card. But again, for Eddie Curry, a lot of these cards, I just think they're better at center. I did rank them on this, but I ultimately do believe their best position is that center position. That's going to wrap it up for our video today, guys. Ranking our top power forwards in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. Maybe what I should have done and need to start doing is just putting a GOAT tier in which the Wilts, the Shaqs, the Tim Duncan, the Kristaps are in, and then have S tier be Kareem, Marc Gasol, some of those types of guys. Maybe that's what I need to do. That is going to wrap it up, though. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.